Queen of the North is gone. A huge passenger ferry vanished beneath the waters of BC's Inside Passage, leaving only an oil slick on the surface. Nobody knows why it went astray, but the passengers today found themselves steaming north on a Coast Guard ship heading back to Prince Rupert, where they started their nightmare voyage yesterday.
It was like 12:30. We heard a crashing noise, and the ship went to one side, and then it was a louder crash, and then none of the sirens went off right away, and then everybody realized what was happening, and then the sirens went off.
The ferry was off course and ran aground. Instantly, it took on water, and the Mayday call went out.
The neat part about it was all of a sudden all the lights went out on the boat, and somebody yelled out, says, somebody put a spotlight on it, and at that time, the nose of the boat was sticking straight up in the air, and then it just went straight down and disappeared.
The crew got everyone into the lifeboats quickly, but this is a remote area and it was dark, cold and wet. There's only the tiny, impoverished Aboriginal community of Hartley Bay nearby. But the people of Hartley Bay went into action. Bruce Reese went straight to his boat and set out in the dark.
They were, I guess, shocked, and I mean, a lot of them weren't even dressed for to evacuate the boat. Some of them didn't have coats and didn't have shoes, and some of them were wet.
Danny Danes was another who raced out onto the water to bring the passengers to shore.
While we were running in, I was watching where it was going. Those guys said, "Oh, look, it's gone down." So she went down. Then I heard from the passengers after that they said when she went down, they could hear all this crunching and noise going when it sunk. Like they figure it's all the cars banging together or something.
Of course, the people of Hartley Bay could have simply rolled over and gone back to sleep when they heard the Mayday call. But nobody here even seems to have considered that. Instead, just about everyone who had a boat used it immediately. They went out there, they picked up the shivering, shipwrecked passengers and brought them here to the local community center, gave them blankets and food and clothing, and did all of this really fast. The Coast Guard was still an hour away. Mona Danes organized the community to bring food and blankets. In an isolated place like this, she says people help each other.
One heart.
What do you mean by that?
We always say Saikulam God.
What does that
One
mean?
heart. To just everybody just comes together and has the one heart to think of the other people, because one day it will happen to us too.
In the end, an aging ferry was lost, and why that happened is not yet clear. But that the little town of Hartley Bay showed some heart, that is clear. Tori Malewski, CBC News, Hartley Bay, BC.